it's Erica Nicole, and I am back with the affirmations. It's been a while. I took a bit of a break, but I'm back with day 6. And today's affirmation is vulnerability. Reading from the card, it says, I allow myself to talk about my feelings without fear of external judgment or internal drama. When I express my feelings, everything gets lighter, easier, and filled with the comfort and glow of honesty. Vulnerability is tough. I think that the majority of us struggle with vulnerability. It's really difficult. And I think it's because we have told ourselves that if we're not vulnerable, we won't get hurt. Right? So we tell ourselves that we're protecting ourselves from hurt by not being vulnerable. We are lying to ourselves. That is not true. Not being vulnerable does not stop you from being hurt. You not being expressive and open about your feelings does not mean they're not still your feelings. You still feel the way you feel. So if your feelings were going to be hurt, they're going to be hurt regardless. What not being vulnerable does is give you that comfort, and I'm using comfort sarcastically here. It gives you the comfort of being hurt in private, right? So yeah, you might have hurt my feelings. You might have hurt me, but you don't know that, and they don't know that. I'm the only one that knows that I'm hurt because I didn't tell any of y'all how I felt. That's what not being vulnerable does. It gives me that privacy in dealing with my feelings. And that's because vulnerability, or lack really of vulnerability, is rooted in pride and ego. If you don't know how affected I was by this situation, then I don't have to feel embarrassed or stupid. I don't have to feel stupid that this hurt me or angered me or made me sad. I don't have to feel embarrassed that this affected me. I'm still completely affected, still completely hurt, sad, angry, whatever. But none of y'all know it, so I'm not embarrassed about feeling that way. That's what not being vulnerable does for us. It protects our pride and our ego. And we are at the point in life, we're grown adults, we have got to stop being so concerned and consumed with our pride and ego. It's destroying our relationships. Pride and ego will eventually destroy your relationships. And this is not just romantic. This is any type of relationship. If we are driven by pride and ego, we're never going to build healthy, long-lasting relationships. We got to get rid of it. We got to get away from the pride and ego. That's all it's about. When we don't open up and we're not vulnerable about our feelings, we're kind of setting ourselves up to be hurt. And it's backwards, right? Because we tell ourselves we're protecting ourselves from not being hurt, and we're really kind of setting ourselves up to be hurt. Because if I don't tell you up front how I feel, if I'm not expressive and open and vulnerable to you, you don't know how your actions are going to affect me. If I don't tell you anything and I give off this perception that nothing bothers me, I'm good with anything, whatever, heart made of stone, you don't know that you doing XYZ is going to hurt me the way it might hurt me. Because I never told you that. I didn't give you enough information to make a good decision about our relationship. And so then, because you do something that hurts me, now I say you're inconsiderate, or you were reckless with my feelings, or you were just outright being hurtful. And that really may not be the case. You really may have had no idea that I was going to be this affected, because I might always give off the perception that nothing bothers me. And so now I've done myself a disservice because I opened myself up for some hurt that could have possibly been avoided. And I'm doing you a disservice because I'm not giving you that room to learn a lesson, to grow, or to be accountable for your actions. I cannot hold you accountable for hurting me if I didn't give you the information up front to know that what you were going to do was going to hurt me. I can't charge that to your intentions if you didn't have enough information up front to know. And that goes both ways. That's vice versa as well. If the people that I have relationships with aren't open and honest and vulnerable and expressive with me, I can't be held accountable for how I made you feel. I didn't know. And I need to be made accountable because I want to grow. I want to learn. I want to do and be better for my relationships. So I need you to be vulnerable to me the same way I need to be vulnerable with you. If I care about you and I care about our relationship, obviously then I want to make decisions that aren't harmful to our relationship. And it makes it harder for me to do that when you're not giving me all the information that you have. You know how you feel. You know how certain things may or may not affect you. I don't know if you don't tell me. And yeah, we can say sometimes people know, even if I don't say it, you knew. And that's true to a degree. But we got to stop making people guess. My dryer buzzer is going off. We have to stop making people try to guess, though. We need to just be upfront. Look, this is how I feel. And because I feel this way, now you know that if you do XYZ, it's possible that that's going to bother me. It's possible that that's going to have a negative effect on me because now you know that I feel this way. I need to give you that information, though. I cannot hold that back from you. And so me moving forward in my relationships now, as hard as it is, because yes, I am very private and protective of my feelings. And yes, I can sit home and cry every day for 2 weeks straight. I don't want you to know that, right? That's my pride. That's my ego. I am learning to shed those more and more each day. Moving forward in my relationships, I have got to be more vulnerable. I have to be more open and expressive up front about how I feel, not after you've already hurt me. And now I tell you, that really hurt me. I know I need to tell you up front. So now maybe you won't hurt me. Maybe you won't even do that because now you know. So that's definitely something that I am intentionally doing moving forward now in my relationships with the people in my life. But keep in mind now, I'm not telling you that you have to be vulnerable with everyone. You still need to use discernment because there are some people who don't have good intentions. There are some people who really, their hearts are not pure. They're not looking out for you at all. And so you still have to use discernment, but we got to let go of all these walls that we've built up. We've got to stop being so guarded with everyone. We have got to start letting some people in. We have to. Like I said, that's the only way we're going to get to that point where we are consistently having healthy, meaningful, long-lasting relationships with people. And I promise you, and I'm speaking from experience, the more you open up, the more vulnerable you are, like the card said, you really do feel lighter. I cannot tell you how much of my life I have spent holding my emotions and my feelings in because I don't want to feel embarrassed. I don't want you to know I'm hurt. I can't tell you how much of my life I have spent holding things in. And now that I have started just getting stuff off my chest and letting it out, I feel so much better. And honestly, I'm getting that weight off of me And now it's on you. If you hurt me now, it's on you. You're accountable. Because I gave you all the information that you needed to not hurt me. So now you're going to be held accountable if you still hurt me. But before, I wasn't telling you that you were hurting me. I wasn't telling you that you had the power to cause me hurt or sadness or anger. And so now, not only was I dealing with the hurt or sadness or anger, I'm also dealing with self-guilt because I know that I kind of created the environment for this to happen because I never told you how I felt. It's really absurd when you really think about it. We are setting ourselves and each other up for failure by being so closed. And again, I'm talking about relationships with people you care about. I'm talking about people that you want in your life. Why do we treat each other like that? If I want you in my life, if I care about you in our relationship, I want to do everything I can to make this work, which means I gotta open up to you. So I really encourage everyone to just try. Just start trying. I'm not saying it's going to be an overnight fix. Like yesterday I was completely guarded and had all these barriers and walls up. And today I'm free as a bird. I'm not saying it's going to be that quick, but just start. A little truth, right? You can start by offering a little truth to someone about, I feel this way about this situation, or I feel this way about you. And then the more you start to do it, the easier it'll get. But I really ask you all to just start, because I want us all to have better relationships. In 2021, please, let's all work on having better relationships with each other. Hope this helped somebody like it helped me. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow for day 7. Good night.